guys, so let's go. So I'm gonna talk about the platform real quick. So good morning, guys, again. I'm Luizzy. I'm here with Maria and Aparecida, Alexandre, and Luis for our English conversation here on Talk and Talk. Today we're going to talk about climate change, environment, and things like this in English. We are a platform where we can practice different languages like we're doing here right now in English, but we have Spanish, immersion conversation, and French too. But of course, as everyone knows, I'm not a teacher or mentor. I'm here just as another talker with you. I'm just here to guide the conversation for us to practice so we won't correct each other. Of course, everybody knows. And hello, Luis. Good morning. Nice to see you. We have two Luises here, and me, Luizzy. Okay, so we are gonna do the introductions now. Alexandre, do you want to start?
Sure. Good morning, guys. How you doing? My name is Alexandre. I'm 40 years old. I live in Florianópolis, Santa Catarina, Brazil. I'm married. I have a daughter. My hobbies are training jiu-jitsu, training bodybuilding. I am black belt jiu-jitsu. My professional, I'm a logistics coordinator. I'm starting Talk in July this year. I started my study in English in July too. My objective in learning English is develop it professionally. This is a little bit about myself, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandre. Hello, good morning, Jefferson.
Bonjour, Luiz. Oh, good morning.
Bonjour.
Hello, how's the day?
Ah, so specific when we have more than one host on same immersion. How are you, Jefferson? Are you okay?
So far, so good. I hope to be better now because I'm gonna speak with you and my friends.
Oh, nice, nice. So, Jefferson, we are in the introductions part of ourselves, okay? Just for you to know.
Okay, of course, my
And
friend. Good
Luis
morning,
Jr.
guys. Okay, good morning, guys, again. I'm Jefferson. I live here in Goiânia, Goiás. I'm economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás. I'm very proud to be here talking with you. I like to play soccer. I hope to play tomorrow with my friends. The best team called Sucatão, only guys like me. I love to play cards, to go to the gyms, to walk, and that's it.
Nice, nice. Thanks, Jefferson. Luis, go ahead. Luis Jr. Please.
Hello, guys. My name is Luis. I'm 45 years old. I'm from Campo Grande City, the most beautiful city in the world, on the planet, at least. And I am a data professional. In my spare time, I love to learn about music. I love outside activities, and it's about me.
Nice, nice. Thanks, Luis. Luis, next. Go ahead.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Luis. I have 31. I live in a small city in countryside of Minas Gerais, and I've been working with technology. I like to do some collective exercise. I hate go to the gym, but I already went today, and it's a pleasure to be here and talk with all you. That's it.
Nice. So you're a morning person, like you went to the gym first thing in the morning. Nice. Aparecida, go ahead, please.
Good morning. My name is Aparecida Semirami. I live in Rio Verde, southeast of Goiás. I'm married, have a daughter. I work in IT area in financial management and project of infrastructure. I'm graduating in computer science, and nowadays I'm working as part of financial management, and I'm specializing in financial management of cloud. I'm getting certification to this. I love stay with my family, and in the weekends, we like to play board games. And like Luis, I hate gyms and I prefer walk near my home in a park. I don't go to gyms. I try sometimes, but not possible for me. I don't like to stay in a close place, in the same place. I don't like this. And I prefer yoga or walk or swimming or ride a bike. It's this. Thanks.
Nice, nice, Aparecida. It's very nice to see you here today. And Lucas, good morning.
Good morning, Luisa. Good, Luisi. Good morning, everyone. And I I share the same feeling that the guy that don't like traditional gym. I don't like to. Okay, I will introduce myself. I am Lucas Moreira. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. I am 31 year old, and I'm married. I have a son. He is 4 year old. And how I said I don't like traditional gym, but I like practice sport like Alexandre like practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I am a blue belt, and I generally I don't have free time to practice nothing. Sometimes I like to have time to practice nothing. It's like to just do nothing. You know. Uh, to I don't remember, but it's turn out your brain. It's good sometimes. And but generally in my hobby is play with my son with our Hot Wheels car collection. And that's I started in TalkNTalk in the last month, and I work with IT, especially software engineer. And for my career, my job, I need to practice my English, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I think this is your first time here with me in this immersion, right?
I think yet. Generally,
Yeah.
I practice my immersion at night, and but I am here today.
Oh, I see.
In
Nice.
the last week, I tried I scheduled with you, but I need to move from to another hour to 10 p.m. 10 a.m. So with another roast.
I see, guys, strong construction noise here in my apartment now. So sorry, I think that you guys can hear. I'm gonna try to talk less, but we have a strong jiu-jitsu team here in this immersion because we have Alexandre too, he's a black belt, and Lucas Moreira. Guys, nice, nice team. Sorry for the noise. Maria, can you go next, please? Introduce yourself.
Yes. Good morning. My name is Maria Inês. I live in Petrópolis. It is a city in the Rio de Janeiro state. I'm an accountant and currently I'm working as a tax specialist. And in my spare time, I like to reading, I like to do nothing, run in the city, and learning about the software, inteligência artificial, artificial intelligence, and the other teams out of my fields. And this.
Nice. I also love to do nothing. That's perfect.
The creative ócio.
Yeah, yes, on point. Guys, I think I know almost all of you here. I'm Louise. I'm 28. I live in São Paulo. I also hate to go to the gym, so I have a solution. Me and my girlfriend, we are like building step by step a home gym, you know? Like we have some tools here. Sorry for the noise again. And I work as a data analyst. I'm gonna open the other room, okay, for us to have more time to chat. And the questions are on the chat. Okay. I'll be here in the main room if you guys need me. I'm gonna share the questions one more time for Lucas. Then we can start. Like, that's the worst moment of the day to make like some kind of construction. Okay, guys. So we have one more question. Sorry. So the subject is environment and climate change. When I was writing this subject, I was thinking about COP30 event, which already happened, but I think it's nice for us to discuss. So question number 1, I'm gonna read it for us. What environment issue worries you the most today? It can be deforestation or pollution, climate change, or something else. Let's start with Lucas. Go ahead.
Let me see. I don't think that we have the most, but I think one of it, the pollution, the climate change, and the deforestation, the government that don't prioritize these politics, the set of these of things can be worry, you know. And but I think we need to uh, think about this, and don't forget, or we don't think, ah, this is only the political objectives. No, no, we need to pay attention about this, and to teach it all the new generation, to our sons, to all kids in our family, to make more than we had did. If I preserve the environment, my son need preserve more and more, and teaching your future sons more and more, and maybe a chain, uh, I don't know say in English, but like efeito dominó in the new generations. That's it.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Actually, I'm always like thinking about this, like the future for the next generations. But sometimes I feel like that it's not enough, you know. Like we have so many big industries and governments like that. It's the like the tiny work that we can put or effort and we can put in our actions. It's simply not enough because we are just like a tiny little number. But I think you're right. I totally agree with you. And Aparecida, what do you think about question number 1?
Yeah, when I look for this question, for me, what scares me the most in the related to deforestation and destruction of the environment. For me, it's the most important in this moment because the pollution we need change the way we move the society, like cars, change the fossil fuels for other more sustainable methods of transportation, for example. But when we look for the destruction of the environment, they don't stop with this. Here in Brazil, in the last year, we see a reduction, but not enough. We need to start to reforest when was destroyed the environment. Like here, when I live, I don't know if you know Goiás, Mato Grosso. We have a total destruction of the environment. They don't have forest more. They destroy everything to put only, I don't know if monoculture of soybean, soja, milho, corn, and another kind of cultures to benefit only the most rich persons, not to Brazilian persons. They have commodities. This money not stay to benefit our population. It's a fake this. It's about agro here, agro there, but not the truly who maintain our life here. It's the little farms. It's the truth. They sell for us one lie. It's a lie. The reality is another thing. Of course, the agro have their value, but what's the more value in this moment is look for destruction and start. We have laws, good laws here in Brazil, but they don't put these laws in practice. We have to laws to don't permit destroy the nature inside the big farms, but they always find I don't know this word in English, gaps in the laws to destroy more. And in this point, here in Brazil, first, we need to stop and start plant trees and change our mind to we can produce forest and produce food together. We have a lot of ways. We have medium little farms doing this. It's possible. Plant forest and plant food together. We have the example of Amazonia here in Brazil. I don't know if you know. I'm understanding my answer, but this topic is so hard for me. I stay sad about this. I believe all of us, but we look for the Amazonia. Who built the Amazon? It was the Indians, our Indians. Not was only the nature alone. No, we have big search about this. It's true. The Amazonia was built by the Indians. Not only because why the Portuguese or they said for us, it's lie. They tell lies for the history. Our books we have nowadays in schools, they are changing and bring this, their reality, their true. But we have a lot of populations who are destroyed, who build the Amazon, and we can put this in the other part of the country. Here, for example, when I travel for visit my mother in a little city near my home, I look, we don't see trees, only a big extension without one tree we don't see, kilometers and kilometers. It's so sad. It's so sad. We can start now. And who can do this? We can. We can talk about this like we are doing here in this moment. It's a reality. We can't do, oh, it's for the next generation. What we are giving for our next generations? Nothing. We destroy everything. It's so hard. It's complicated. Sorry.
No, I think that is perfect, your answer. One thing about you said about agriculture, I already quit my past work, so I think it's okay for me to say like on the internet, but I used to work for an agriculture company. Like actually it was a pharmaceutical that has a very strong agriculture business, and you're totally right about soybean and devastation and corn in Centro-Oeste. Like it's the most, I think it's the bigger producer of this product, and it's a commodity. It's not something for us Brazilians to consume. It's to sell for the other countries, especially like European and North American countries. And it's incredible because it's so big, this business, and it's so money involved, and it's nothing for our consumption for us to consume, for us to use. It's not ours, it's theirs. So this is something that makes me very very angry, but it's like an enormous business. So we can't even imagine. But Centro-Oeste is the biggest producer of soybean, which we then use for to eat. We use to produce other products like food for animals, or even other type of products. So you're totally right, and I'm with you. I totally agree with you. Luis, go ahead.
Well, first of all, the environmental issue that most worries me is the climate change. All right, for me, something that worries me because we have hot waves, cold waves, and strong rains. If you talk with a more ancient people, probably he will said that 30, 50 years ago, the rain, it was very calm and take a lot of days, probably 1 month of rain. Nowadays, we are seeing just one day amount of rain for 2, 3 months, probably, or even more than this. But this scares me, all right? This is the part that scares me. But if we think about the root cause, for me, it's very clear that it's deforestation. It's very difficult to talk about this without talk about deforestation. I'm living in a small city, a city that we have here a monoculture, and I don't know if it's good for the environment. All right. And that there's a lot we can speak about it. We can say that Brazil is a big farm from other person. We could talk about a lot of things that probably cannot change in the last in the last 500 years. And that's it.
Yes, I think that I am with you, like in my answer, because I think it's, of course, it's all connect, but the one that scares me the most is, of course, climate change, because it's so silent, like it's a silent force, and I think it's irreversible. You know, like it's not something that it's controlled. It's something that it's happening. It's our future, and it's all things involved. Like I live in São Paulo. I live in downtown in São Paulo. So something that I was talking with my girlfriend is that our house, even though we clean every single day, it's always dirty because we live near Minhocão, which is like a big avenue, and there's so many cars and pollution, and you can like actually see the pollution here on our apartment, and it's common for us. Like it's our normal, but it's always like dirty, the apartment, something that I don't know why. It's not a good environment for you to live, but we don't even notice like daily. But the pollution is something that you can see that it's happening, and it's crazy when we live in the same planet as Taylor Swift, where she fly around with her jet like for I don't know 10 minute like distance, and I'm here living near Miyoko like suffering with the pollution. It is crazy, but I agree with you all. But the one that is scared me the most is when we think about climate change that is triggered by the deforestation and pollution, and this is like our normal nowadays, and it's scary for when we realize that for the next generation is something that it's gonna be bigger and worst. So let's go to the next one. Lucas, do you want to choose a question or read the next one for us? Feel free.
Okay. A moment. I like to read at the browser. Okay, I will read the second question.
Nice.
How do you think climate change is already affecting daily life in different parts of the world? Okay, this is a important question because we can see concrete examples like the ice in the Antarctica and in the north of the planet that will broken because the temperature will increasing, and this can increase the ocean level, so the ocean can des- destroy some islands in Pacific. I think there are some population in the next century can be not exist anymore because they if the level of ocean increasing in the same rhythm, they will be they will be submerged. Uh, this we can lose some regions in like Brazil. We have all of coast of Brazilian, some beaches. It's will be invaded by the ocean, and but I can see about another effect of pollution, like the more storms and increasing the temperature of our day in and the disorganized the climate, like we see many storms in places where we don't have snow, in places that never snowed yet, like Brazil. We see recently some episodes that in the past was not common, I think. And the quality of air, like Luis said, I think São Paulo can be the São Paulo people can be feel firstly because it's a big metropolis, and the pollution it's more concentrated. So in the outside of the country, we maybe we can see the pollution with with the São Paulo people can see, but it's affected. Uh, the rivers pollution, so the population that live with this the population ribeirinha that live with the fish, the uh, pescaria. I don't remember the name, but we don't have any more river I think we don't have any capital or big city that we have a river that I can swim, that I can get a fish and prepare and eat, because it's we don't have a river with good water. In many cities, we don't have the river because the politics, the society close the river put inside a big cube and put road, a pista de carros in this river, and so we don't have anymore. But in the I don't remember, but an ascent. We need preserve the forest in around, but we don't have we don't have a politics strong politics to preserve this. So mostly we killing we like society killing this river. So I think it's not a easy answer to this question, but we we need to think. We need to stop do what the society are doing, and we need to have it, try have it if we have a chance, because sometimes it's too late, but we need to do something. That's all. It's not. I will complement. Uh, the host in Talking Talk never bring easy questions for us. It's only different. It's a difficult question. It's question that that make we us think deeply. But I think this is good because uh, short answers and easy answers don't make we think, don't make we practice or English. Will not make we bring different words and uh, hard questions make we think deeply, and this is good.
Yes, I love this type of questions and subjects where you don't even know how to answer in Portuguese and you need to like find out how to answer in English.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I usually like don't prepare for immersions when I join as a talker, just like to put myself in a difficult situation, but sometimes it's too difficult. But yes, I also love this kind of subject. Lucas, you said about the life here in São Paulo as a Paulista. Like when I go to like even like the the last like countryside city, like 1 hour car drive. I feel the difference, you know. I feel the difference in the air, and I'm just like, oh, I love nature. I love to breathe. I love this sensation. It's so clean, but it's like just because here I'm suffocating. So I can't
uh,
even imagine how it is to live in Bahia or Goiás. I know that it's a similar situation, but when I go to like, I don't know, São Bernardo, Mogi das Cruzes, I feel like, oh, I love the trees. I love the nature.
interesting thing, it's the star in the sky at night. You can see.
Yes, yes,
I
I
think you
can't.
can see
I can't.
because I live in Salvador. Uh, I can't see star at night here in Salvador. Maybe one or two, but it's not common. But when I go to my grandfather home in the outside of the state, and it's not in the city, it's in a rural zone.
Mhm.
The sky, mm, it's beautiful because you can't count how many star in the sky. It's like in my when I as a kid I lived next here, but I lost this feeling when I moved to Salvador because I see two three in the sky, but I think in São Paulo we can see nothing.
Yes,
Maybe I you can see the moon.
maybe. I only see helicopters, you know. Yes, yes, yes. But when I go to an open sky like this, I feel like, oh, it's magical. Oh, it's a unique moment, but it's like just a normal. It's just the sky. It's normal. For us, that is different. Nice, Lucas. Aparecida, go ahead. What do you think about question number 2? I think, yes, it's true.
Well, I believe the climate change is affecting all the planet, not possible in our beings. We have changing in all the planet, like Lucas said. We have torrential rains, tornadoes, extreme droughts, secas extremas, and melting ice in Antarctica too. And here, talking about my region, and we have extreme droughts, secas extremas aqui. In the last year, the last 2-3 years, we see quite clearly this. This year, for example, we don't have rain. The rain starts normally in October. Here we are in the end of November, and we have 2 rains only, 2. And the rain stopped in May here, and we have 6 months without rains, and normally October start rain again. And the temperatures is so high. Of course, here is more high than other places, but now it's more. And then we are changing something like desert climate, something like this. The rain is down drastically, and temperature is so high, and some days at night we have a degree of temperature. It's complicated to control this. We are sick all the time because our body not are in this how I can say this accustomated with this changing in at night, more cold, and in the day the temperature is so high. And for me, and looking at the news around the world, we are feeling this in our skin every single day. Like you said, in São Paulo, I lived in São Paulo some years ago. I hate São Paulo. I don't want to visit São Paulo. Sorry, but my experience it was enough for me. I know, I can see, I know this. I lived in Parque Peruche, in Periferia. I like to stay there because the people are more colorful and friendly. And I live near the Lag Station, Estação da Luz too, in the middle of São Paulo, like you said. I don't miss this because it was a time in my life I don't like to remember. If see the people storm the others, the people in the streets, the pollution, the air, like you said, all the day the house was totally full of soot, I don't know, soot of fuel, black soot in all the house, and all the time we are sick because the pollution, we can't breathe correctly. I don't know, it's horrible in general. I believe for me, the good part is the museums, the education, the restaurants, but it's for me not enough to live in São Paulo. Not enough for me. I prefer stay without museums, without less restaurants, and stay in a place more with more quality of life for me. And I want moving here because for me this city is big too. For me, when I live now, I have a lot of noise because the city was more big, and I am find a place in the countryside. I want to live in a small farm and find a place to stay more far from the big cities. I don't like. I prefer staying near the nature, and I want this for my future. I don't want to stay in the cities, big or medium cities. Is this?
No, I agree with you. Even though I live here, I think that you can imagine why when we travel for something far, somewhere far, we think it's magical. It's like, oh, whoa, it's the most beautiful landscape that I've seen in my life because this is the reality. So, thanks God we have cities and states like this that it's not that polluted and that enormous and urban as São Paulo. But let's go, Luis. What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna took a photo from my city and use it like Lucas. I'm gonna do
Proudly,
this, of
use
course.
proudly.
Well, I agree with all you guys, and there is another example that I would like to mention it about how these can affect our lives and other lives, not just my life. Of course, as I mentioned it before, for me, the things that most scares me is the heat waves and this sensation, this kind of instability of climate. As Aparecida mentioned it, there is a very hot day and sometimes a cold night. This is something very strange because probably the average of temperature it's the same when we have uh, strong variation. Probably the average is the same. Too too cold, very hot, something like that. But this variation scares me. This is something that affect our lives. But this kind of stability, instability, of course, scares me a lot, and this affect us. But there's another example when you have a when we could talk about our food production, for example. Sometimes when we do not have rains, this affects the food production and the price rises a lot. And there's a lot of person who cannot pay for the food. All right. This is just one more problem that I would like to mention about this question, for example. There's a lot, of course, but I mentioned two of them, and that's it.
Yes, the price of the oil, and it's so it's so strange. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that people that it's uh, especially that is more affected, especially people on poverty, poverty situations too, because they deal with this kind of stuff like the worst way. And guys, in my perspective, of course, I agree with you. I think that we are already dealing with the consequences, like it's happening, and all the things that we said, like when it's hot, it's like really, really hot, and when it rains, it's like almost like a drought, and when it's cold, it's like the most, the worst like temperature that we experience. Like I think the last no, like this year we had like the most, the hotter and colder temperatures that we experience here in São Paulo. I don't know if it's in all Brazil, but in São Paulo too, when it rains like a storm, we don't have energy, and we have how can I say, I know it's not flood, it's droughts, yes. And people like here in downtown, especially specifically, people experience like days or maybe weeks without energy, like because we don't have the structure to experience this kind of nature conditions. And when we have like nature disasters, like people in on poverty situations, like suffered the most, like experiencing, I don't know this word in English, but in Portuguese is desterro, when you lost your house, when you lost the place that you live, and you need to like live without any conditions, without any support. And that's it. I think that we are just by talking and triggering this conversation, we are doing, I don't know, provoking questions and provoking thoughts. It's something that it's good, but sometimes it's not enough. Like, and I don't see like how me in my house, like with like my salary, how I can make a difference, like more difference. But yes, I know that in my company, the company that I work for, we have like many projects that it's on social impact. Like when the disaster on Rio Grande do Sul, like I know that they mobilized like the whole company to help like the way that we can the employees that live there in that region and support like people that lost everything. And I know that it's nice when I have project like this, like for where we can do a little help, but it's still a help that they can be bigger. So we have almost like 10 minutes, like I have just 10 minutes for us to answer. Aparecida, do you want to choose a question?
Yes. Number 3. Copy will take place in Belém. Had take place in Belém. How do you think hosting the event in Amazonia region may influence the decisions? Well, the decision was made, but thinking about this now, I believe, of course, we have evolution, we have all of cultures together talking about the climate, what they can do to reduce the impact of this. But in my point of view, Brazil could do better than we did, because how we can receive in the other countries to this, and we have one of the biggest forests in the world who stay yet not destroyed, of part of this forest not destroyed. We can do more. How I can say do more? We are allowing the Petrobras start a station of fossil fuels near the Amazonia. In my opinion, it's not a good example for the other nations. We can't start with this now. Not possible. Start this. We need to stop extraction of fossil fuels. But we can start 1 year of the biggest forest in the world. How this made it? That's possible. We asked for the other countries stop with the fossil fuels, and we started. Not makes sense for me, in my opinion. But the COP have some decisions. They decided how they reverse the deforestation by 2030. I believe not possible, because 10 years, 5 years, not possible. What we are starting doing now to do this, but we have a date there. Okay, it's a step, a little step, of course, but we are talking about the important point we are talking about. Of course, not all the big countries with power, with the truth in their hands, stay there and participate in the big decisions, but a lot of important countries stay there. It's so important talking about this and see the problems. And they are starting giving this position to stop with the fossil fuels. We have countries in the, I don't know, this Oriente Médio, Middle West, their economy, it's because of these fossil fuels. they can't stop this drastically. They need a plan to change gradually. We need thinking about this because we are talking about a country who lives because the economy it's based on this. It's necessary a plan. I understand this, but they need to start a plan. But it's important. It's important. A point important for us here in Brazil and for the planet, of course. But I feel we can do more. It is.
Of course, I think that we can do more in our part, make our part, but I think I agree with you that it's very important to have like such a symbolic event on a symbolic region, like in the gateway of the biggest like rainforest of the world. I think it's very symbolical too. Guys, I'm gonna close the other room, but I think that we can continue answering the questions. Lucas, what do you think?
Okay, I think this event occurred in Belém and can make the discussion physically next to the big forest in Brazil that we can preserve. I think can be symbolic, you know. But if was occurred in São Paulo, we stay next to the problem that we need to combat. It's another place that bring the object in the next to the event. So I think was two place that can realize the event, you know. But like was occurred in Belém, I think another place next to the forest will be good too. But I don't know if we had good results or bad results about on the place. The place it's symbolic. It matter, but I think it's not decisive. You know, it's if I put in this place, we will be we will collect more benefits in another place. I think not. Maybe if in another place we in a like São Paulo, they will don't was they maybe they that doesn't have the problem about the accommodation like was hence big I don't know navios to host the people. But I think it's only logistic and another things. But I think the context, the object to the discussion, it's more important what the place. The place it's symbolic. You know.
I think I see your point, and I think that I agree with you too. But I think it's nice that we highlight like the destruction in the area, you know. So being there, I think that it's good for highlight the other parts, so like the good parts, the biodiversity, the importance too. But I see your point, guys. Welcome back to the main room. Sorry, Luis, not Luis Jr., but Luis. I think that we don't have time to answer the last question. But how was the conversation in the other room? Maria, how was the conversation for you? Difficult topic, guys.
It's not difficult. I think it's a huge team to talk about, and it was very good conversation with the guys, and the Jefferson give us a lot of good insights about the team, and it was very good. I like it very much.
Nice, nice. I think it was difficult for me, like for the vocabulary, sometimes when we are in the learning process of a language, it's difficult to explain all the things that we are thinking in English. But guys, it was amazing here too. And Jefferson has a great economics perspective in all the subjects, so I think this was like a good conversation with him. And Luis Jr., what do you think?
Well, it was a great immersion. And like Maria said before, well, firstly, the immersion was very rich with Alexandre, Maria, and Jefferson. And I know that Talk is not about a class, but this last one was a true class for me, a different point of view. So was very enjoying immersion.
Oh, nice, nice. I'm glad to hear this. And Alexandre.
This topic very interesting. It's topic nowadays is many important. I like to listen opinions the others peoples and other room. Luis, Jefferson, Maria. Very good, very good. Great, great immersion. Thank you.
Nice, nice, nice to hear. Guys, here in the main room was amazing, like so many insights. I think that we answered like just 3 questions, but we have a good conversation, a good discussion. We don't have enough time for all of us to share our opinion, but thank you very much for being here, especially the ones who exchange opinions with me, Aparecida, Luis, and Lucas. Guys, absolutely incredible. Like I learned different vocabulary, and it's very nice to see other perspectives, like from people from different states, like how São Paulo image is different. It's not different, but it's similar to everyone, which is terrible, like we all hate. Go ahead, Lucas. And
I like to say when we say
okay.
we don't like to live in São Paulo. It's not about the person. It's not about
Oh,
yours.
of
It's
course, of
about
course.
the cows, the many car, the pollution. They have good things. I know in São Paulo, never stop. You can buy anything any hour. You can
Yeah.
you have any restaurant. No, this is good, but there are good and the bad things. So when we see the bad things, we go go away. I don't. It's not for me.
Yes,
But
yes,
I know I
yes.
travel to São Paulo 1 or 2 times for a year. It's only a tourist or a worker. It's
It's enough experience for a person,
it's
like
enough.
just to visit, just to visit.
1 day this year. Okay, bye bye São Paulo. See you in the next year.
Yes, 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 yes. I share the same opinion with you as a Paulista girl. Like I agree with you guys. So guys, thank you for being here and have a great weekend. Don't forget to rest and see you guys on next week.